But what I wanted to get to for my actual little discussion point here is, how do you guys feel about spoilers? Since I got spoiled on Oshi no Ko, I thought we should have a little discussion on spoilies.
I know Mike and I are basically come from
Polar
the
opposite.
Yeah, polar opposite. Like, for me, I'm more of a, like, it's about the journey. Spoilers don't really bother me so much. There every now and then, like a big spoiler, like the Oshi no Ko one, I would argue is pretty vital to not know before seeing it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Promised Neverland one, where it's best not knowing.
But if I get spoiled for something, like, that's not going to ruin the enjoyment of a show for me. Like, I'll still find something else to like. That's kind of where I come from. If I get spoiled for something, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
And I know Mike is kind of the opposite. He really, really hates spoilers. He really got to tiptoe around Michael.
Well, okay, so like, I used to be more anti-spoiler, I would say. And I think me and Cole, in this little argument we're having here, we used to be further on the spectrum on either side of like, and I'm fully for spoilers, and then I'm fully against spoilers. But I think in our old age, I've come more to the middle where, like,
well, I think both of us have.
Yeah,
I think both of us have even come, because now
that's
now
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Now I can appreciate not being spoiled. Like, I'll resist spoilers from time to time, whereas before, like, I'd go on like the Wikipedia
movies.
page and like
Yeah, it drove me nuts. We'd go see movies, Jay, and Cole would like read the entire synopsis before we went to see the movie.
Oh god.
And I'd be like, "What are you doing? Why are you just watch the movie?"
Or so, like when both of you guys went to see Spider-Man, Cole just like knew the whole movie.
Yeah, that was, I don't know. That one's a little bit different because, like, the whole. I think it's safe to spoil. Yeah, I think it's safe to spoil that now. Like, it was even in trailers.
Yeah,
like that was more speculation, right?
Yeah. There was a point when, even like before the movie came out, where people were sharing clips of it online, and I do remember watching those.
You're talking about No Way Home, right?
Yeah, like the most recent.
Just wanted to make sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Cole, I think we've come more to the middle, like we were saying, where like if I get spoiled on minor stuff, it doesn't really bother me. It's just like the big stuff, like the Oshi no Ko one and stuff, where it's like, oh well, that when it ruins the emotion I'm supposed to feel in something, you know what I mean? That's when I don't like it. But it is what it is. Yeah,
I think.
Jay, you haven't voiced any voice on this issue.
Yeah,
how do you feel?
Voice your voice.
Tell us your voice.
So I always have been kind of in the middle, where like it depends on it depends on what the thing is that I'm being spoiled. Like, if it's like something like I don't know, I can't really think of a minor spoiler.
But like, yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Like, if it's a minor spoiler, then it's like I don't really care. Or if it's like something that like I know would get me into the show, if you know what I mean. Like, like it doesn't like change the whole direction of the show, but like I know that if I were told it would actually get me into it. Then I'm like,
here's my thing with
spoilers for sure.
Here's my thing with spoilers, coming at it from a Star Wars point of view. In Return of the Jedi, and I'm going to use Star Wars as an example because the spoiler I'm going to use, everybody knows. Like, it's a part of our
Luke,
lexicon.
I am your father thing.
Jay, spoilers.
Jay
it's
has
literally
to say the correct
most popular spoiler of all time. If you don't know what that is, then I'm surprised.
A minor spoiler would be in Return of the Jedi, like, Luke fights the Rancor.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Technically a spoiler, but like, it's not plot relevant, you know?
I just
knowing
think,
that.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear no, I am your father line, by the way, I always think of The Simpsons, where Homer's walking out of Star Wars and he goes, I can't believe Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's
father. Yeah. And anyway, because you were trying to come up with minor versus major spoilers, a major spoiler would be, no, I am your father.
Yeah.
Darth Vader is Luke's father. That's a major spoiler.
Yeah.
And not knowing that
it
in
ruins
1980.
the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now.
So yeah, now it's like whatever. But
yeah.
So if I were to hear like Luke fights the Rancor, or like even Luke saves Han, right? Like I'd be like, okay, whatever. That like, that makes sense.
Yeah, or
right?
Han escapes the carbonite freezing, and it's like, oh,
well,
that's a spoiler.
But like,
everybody would know that.
Yeah,
everybody would know that because like Han's in the trailers and stuff.
Or maybe a more anime relevant one is like when we were at Weiss Schwartz not too long ago, and I was playing my Attack on Titan deck, and one of our friends there noticed that all of the cards I had were Eldians. He's like, "What does that mean? What is an Eldian?" And I'm like, "How do I answer that?"
Yeah. How do I answer that without spoiling like everything. the main twist of Attack on Titan?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to spoil because that's recent enough.
And if you haven't watched, it takes like 3 seasons to really get to what that means. So it's kind of a deep, hard spoiler. I just don't want to do, right?
Yeah,
it's just kind of like a lot of lore that needs.
But people probably already know the answer to it anyway at the same time. I think that's enough about spoilies, though. Maybe we should move on to